Hello everyone, welcome to video 7 of my Claude series. Today we will learn about Claude Code hooks. So Claude Code hooks let you run shell commands automatically in response to what Claude does. Like before it edits a file, run a linter. After it run tests, post the result to Slack. When it stops, show a desktop notification. These are where Claude Code goes from a tool you use to a workflow that runs itself. This video shows you how to do that. Now we will be learning about 4 events which we can easily automate for Claude. So first of those event is pre-tool use. Pre-tool use is something which fires before Claude uses any tool. Like we can automate block destructive commands before they run. Second one is post tool use. Post tool use is something which fires after Claude uses any tool. So we can auto format every file Claude edits. This we can write it as a hook. Then comes notification. Notification is something which fires when Claude sends a notification. So we can write post to Slack when Claude needs input. This can also be an automated command. Last one is stop. Stop is something which fires when Claude finishes a task. We can automate like create desktop alert when Claude is done. So now we will be learning about some hooks which you should basically set up for your any project. So this is my settings.json. In the settings.json under hooks section, we have post tool use, and then we can write when the matcher is edit in hook, this is the command. So this command basically says that whenever any edit happens, that means after every edit we should do a check style. Check style means it's a style check and it should throw any error if it doesn't matches the style. After that we can also set up a stop hook. So stop hook is something which runs when any task completes. Now in the stop hook, if type equal to command, we can write a command like this, which basically says that Claude has finished it. This is something like we can use this to keep lint output readable. Now comes the question, where should we keep it? So if it is project specific hook, we can keep it in .claude then settings.json as I have shown in my earlier videos. But if you have personal hooks that applies everywhere, we can put it under root claude settings.json. Now we will be learning one important pre-tool use hook. So we can write a hook which basically checks you are running any destructive command or not before any command which gets executed in Claude. So this is a hook which runs before every bash command. If the Python script exits non-zero, Claude stops and shows you an error message. Now let's see the Python code which is the hook in our case. So the Python code checks for any input command and there are block list, and if there is any pattern which is in the block list, it basically blocks that command and exit from Claude. So what we can do is we can add any destructive pattern to this block list. This hook is the last line of defense. It runs regardless of your allow or deny permission settings. Now we will be seeing use case of a post tool use. So what it does is it auto formats every Java edit. So every time Claude edits a Java file, this hook automatically formats it with Google Java format. You never get unformatted code in a commit again. We can write it in the settings.json. I will just explain what it does. It extracts the edited file path from Claude tool input. It checks if it's a .java file. It runs Google Java format replace on it, and it can adapt for Python or TypeScript. So in Claude settings.json, in my post tool use matcher edit, what I can write is I can write a command that file echo Claude tool input, and then in Python 3 import this, print this, and then if my file is .java, apply Google Java format for that file. Normally if you are starting, we should start small. This should be your hook sequence. First, we should get a desktop notification on stop, as I shown in my earlier slide. Then we can lint on edit. This also I have shown in my earlier slide. And third is blocking check for destructive comment. This also I have shown. Add in that order, and then you can have basic things set up for your Claude. Now we will see hooks in picture. Actually, I will show you guys some demo. First, I will run a command that edit backend app main.py and introduce a syntax error. So when I run this command here, it will fire some hooks, and we can see it here. So first it is trying to change it, and then it says that post tool use edit hook error. It has failed with non-blocking status code syntax error on this file. It has also filed a end hook which I have created, Claude Code task finished. So we can see here two hooks in action. Now I will show example of another thing. We can write rmrf on the backend pycache directory. So it is basically destructive command, and you will fire a pre-tool use bash hook error, and it says failed with non-blocking status code blocked rmrf, and it has also fired my end hook. So here we can see whatever we have configured in the earlier slides, those all are in picture.